Sunday, the 11th of June, and we're on the Australian dollar, US dollar. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis, and then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead. Okay, so last week on Friday, the 2nd of June, we had this very strong up day. And on the Sunday analysis, we went over how we were basically waiting to see if this strong upward movement held or if the market began to once again fall back down. Now, if the price action held, a lot of this move up came on the back of non-farm payroll. Now, if this held, there was the potential for the market to be turning more bullish. We had a couple of different reasons for this. The first one really was that we were potentially producing that double bottom. We made the movement down, the movement up, the movement down. Potentially that second touch was going to be a higher touch, so a higher low, which was potentially moving out of the downtrending movement. You can see the low, the high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Potentially we were seeing a higher low. And then we had the strong upward movement, which was giving us a further clue. Now, the market has subsequently made a strong bullish run up. Coming into next week now, what are we looking at? Well as making a higher low, we have now broken the previous swing. Broken above this high right here. The market has also just popped above that MA200 on the daily time frame. Now, they're both giving us potentially bullish signs. And really for next week, it's actually relatively similar to what I was looking at with subscribers coming into the end of last week. We're basically looking for pullbacks on this market and then continuation. So pullbacks and then bullish positions. Now, we are up at key levels. This real section up here, let me just mark this in properly. This whole section here. And then this whole section down here are important on the Australian dollar. So 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches, 4 touches. And if you actually drag this forward, you can see the market coming up, testing these levels and breaking away. So this section right here is now important in this market moving forward. It's a relatively large zone. In all honesty, it's a few different support and resistance levels. Looking at this one, and then we're coming down toward this one right here. And just get rid of the rectangle. If we see the market pulling back into these levels, more than happy to look for that potential continuation to the upside. Now, if we actually look at this on the 4 hour, it's a little bit easier to see. So you can see the market testing these levels multiple times as we're coming up. The top of this double top, touch and touch. The central pivot of that double top as we come down is sitting in with this zone down here. And then what you can actually see is as the market has been breaking up, we've tested this level, came back down, rested on this level, broken up, came back down, tested here, and then we've had another bullish movement higher. Get rid of these arrows. A pullback now into either of these levels, as I've mentioned, good for that bullish continuation to look for. Potentially what we're seeing is a very, very strong movement up, a flag and pennant movement, which would be right here. If the market pulls back into these levels. Fibonacci levels sitting at here also. We've got 38.2% on the retrace at this key level. And if we come down right in between the 50 and the 61.8, which are very nice levels to look for continuation on bullish movements. So really, we have a number of confluences lining up in both of these areas. Now to the bearish side, let's go back onto this daily time frame. I would really like to look for continuation on this market next week. However, as I have mentioned, these levels up here, you can see we've tested up here once, twice, 3 times. They are representing strong support and resistance. Really the main ones are a little bit further up. This is where I would once again be happy to look for those stronger bearish movements. Right here. You can see the market testing, testing, testing. As we break down, we push back up, we're testing, and then we have that strong movement down. Now, when you're seeing tests like this, both bullish tests, we're coming down, we're testing it to the bearish side, the bullish side, the bearish side. It's giving you a clear indication that this is an area of interest in this market. However, if we do see, let me just get rid of this rectangle. This whole section here, down to here. You can actually see the market has tested at these levels once, twice, 3 times now. This does represent a good potential area of to look for those sell positions. If we break above, up into this level, for me, it's a much better level to look for those sell positions. If we did see the sell positions pulling back into this area after that, I'd be happy to look for continuation once again. So although we have resistance, key resistance levels going into next week, the preference for me at least remains buy positions until we really get up into this level right here. Okay guys, as always, I hope that was helpful. Hope you all have a good trading week next week. I'm James Orr, and thank you